We know what children's art looks like, but can we honestly say we know what children's music sounds like? My name is Kate Comberti, and I'm an early years music researcher. I'm part of Creative Futures, and at Creative Futures, we've put together a program called Sound Communities. Sound Communities is in two parts. The first part is a series of continued professional development sessions where we explore in greater depth some topics that will give you much more confidence in your settings. The second part is where an early years music specialist will come to your setting to work closely with you, looking at your children with your resources in your context. In this short video that follows, you can hear for yourselves what other practitioners think of the programme and what difference it's made to their understanding of music in the early years.
Hi, I'm Sonna Aldrich and I'm a reception teacher at a primary school in northwest London. I started the project with Sound Communities last year in September in 2019, and it involved CPD sessions and the involvement of a music coach who visited our setting once a week on a Monday to support me and my team with the musical development of the children in our 3 reception classes. We felt that music was something that was more done to them. So they would listen to music in the car with their mum and dad. But it wasn't something they were actively taking part in. And when I asked the question again, I think 4 or 5 months later, their answers were totally different. Music is something that they do, something that they make, something that they play with. And we felt that was a very, very exciting development. Our music coach really enabled us to spend time with her and the children. And as a whole team, we've hugely benefited from her expertise and her input in developing our own confidence in being musical and playing with music with the children, as well as the children who have loved having her around.
Hi there, I'm Ellie Rashid. I work as a freelance musician. As part of the Sound Communities project, I worked as an early years music practitioner. It's a Creative Futures ethos that actually everyone is musical in their own way. And this idea that you need to be grade 8 on an instrument, that you need to have played some kind of classical instrument or had some training. If you dance at home, if you sing at home, if you have any song or artist of any genre that you like listening to, you're musical. And what was really lovely is for me to be able to facilitate that in my settings. I would play something, and then the child would play something, and it might not be the same thing, it doesn't really matter. So we just get used to turns, and then I'll let them play something, and then I might copy what they play. And then they realise that that musical idea has been validated, and we'll repeat that pattern, and then we've got a conversation going. And by the end of the project, I think everyone really believed that they were musical, both staff and children, and that is what we want to give confidence-wise to everyone. So it was really, really nice to see the confidence of the teachers just grow and grow and grow as they realise that music they listen to is totally valid.
Hello, my name's Sue Francioni and I'm the early years lead practitioner at Range Primary School in Luton, and I've just completed the Sounds Community workshop to help deliver music in early years in primary schools. Yeah, the whole thing was really inspirational for me because I don't sing or play an instrument, so the fact that it doesn't matter if you get it wrong, it doesn't matter if what you're creating is a tune, it doesn't matter, it's just to go with the flow. If you look across the school, I would say most teachers do not have the confidence to deliver music. If you haven't got the confidence, that can impact children as well, because then they can see that you don't like it, they're going to end up not liking it as well. So it's important that you are positive when you try and attempt to deliver any subject really, especially music. It made me look at music differently and the importance that it has on children's early learning. It kind of enlightened me and actually thought, wow, actually I can really see a big connection here with what children need to have and know before they actually start reading and writing.
So my name is Dr. Jessica Pitt and I'm leading the evaluation team for this project. As they get going on the CPD and the training sessions, I think they begin to discover really that by unpicking together what music is and how it can be used, their notions of what leading music activities begins to change, and they begin to see that children's musicality is really in everything that's happening around the setting, and they can become far more responsive and spontaneous. So it's more time really valuing musicality of play, which they were saying that sometimes that gets missed in everyday activity. They realise that children have become alive and they're far more musical than they had ever seen them as being before. So this is what the CPD can begin to engender in and amongst the participants. And these are really great outcomes.
One thing that I've really taken away from the course is that making music is everywhere. Communication is music. After that, I started seeing musical behaviour everywhere in my classroom. It was like it opened up a whole new world to me. It was mind-blowing, because all of a sudden I could see musical behaviour everywhere, even when children weren't using musical instruments.
There are clear benefits for the EYPs as they grow in confidence through this programme. There are also benefits for music in your setting as everybody becomes more confident about handling music as a subject. But perhaps most importantly of all, there are significantly clear benefits for the children who engage through these projects. You will learn so much about each other as a community that it just benefits everyone. It's a win-win for the children, the EYPs, and for music.